let's go.
Huh.
Stay close. Don't go running off.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So, say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Evaporation.
Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Okay. Oh. Paimon, where'd you go? Where'd you... No. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Naro, and welcome back to part 40 of our Genshin Impact Let's Play. Alright, so before I even talk about what I'm going to be doing in today's video, which is just the new Archon quest, out of all places that I was in when I last quit out the game was Mondstadt. So I got thrown into a cutscene. I was curious if it was going to be the Archon quest cutscene, and it wasn't. So it was a big waste of time. But I think it's, I went through the entirety of it, because just in case it was, I wasn't just gonna, so I'm gonna keep it in, I'm gonna keep it in. So after my intro, I will be showing that cutscene. Oh, and we're back to falling off. Yai, could you just please? Good enough. Alright, so yes, in today's video, I'm going to be doing pretty much shorts Archon quest. But yeah, let's go ahead and start this quest. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get on into it.
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, it's not dangerous, is it?
What the hell is going on? Wait. Is this the Archon quest? I'm in Mondstadt. Whatever, this is going up after the intro, so I guess I didn't actually need to say anything. Because, well, this is, I guess, past me, because intro me is future me. From me right now, this is getting very confusing. There is no need for me to say this, so I'm just gonna move on. Alright. Also, I forgot to turn on my controller. So until we're done with this cutscene, I have to use mouse and keys. Do I just click?
You need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around in transit caused a reaction.
That's... yeah, cool. I'm very confused right now. Sucrose, how's it going? Again, we're in Mondstadt. If this is the Archon quest, this, out of all the places I could have, I thought I was the safest in Mondstadt not to get hit with this, so we'll see.
Once I opened it, it let out a stench that could wake the dead.
I like how Sucrose is constantly blushing. That's okay.
If your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should check with Albedo first and see what he thinks.
Did she get a package? I've been so caught up with just getting thrown off that I haven't even been paying attention.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Okay, I get the gist of what's going on.
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Yeah, please fill me in. I need it.
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
Interesting. Is this maybe a side quest that happened to be in Mondstadt?
A strange package? Yes. I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Okay, well, maybe this, if it's dealing with Sumeru, then maybe it is the Archon quest.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
Yeah, well, it is a thank you gift. Hopefully it's just Mora, just nothing but Mora.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside, just a bunch of strange cards.
Never mind. Tarot cards?
I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
If they're all alchemics. Did I say that right? Alchemics? I'm just gonna...
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, Have a look.
Oh my god, are you gonna expose him? Has he been doing like some illegal shit and he's like, no, don't show me these. Sucrose, get the hint. You should have just agreed with me. Oh no, they're cards of Sucrose. Oh, you're being exposed for a pervert.
Oh, you meant these? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
Are they like, yeah, what are these?
No.
Are they playing
never.
cards?
Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during my absence?
Oh my god, they're making trading cards. We're gonna have to spend more money. Yay.
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular these days.
Just a legit card game. And Sucrose's face, body, everything is on it without her consent. Yeah, that's good.
It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Needs a new name. I'm just gonna say it how it is.
Genius Invocation TCG!
Paimon, you know, your character personality, you shouldn't have been able to say that, you know, just because, well, you're stupid, you know, because I can't. Genius Invocation TCG. I'm reading it, but you heard it. So the fact that you were able to rephrase it without visually seeing the word is shocking. Genius what now is what you should have said.
Genius Invocation TCG! Haven't you heard of it before?
Oh, never mind. You are a connoisseur of Genius Invocation TCG. My apologies.
Apparently, it's a game that was invented by a scholar in the academia. People from all over are playing it now.
Like, playing it now? When did you learn this?
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game.
That makes sense.
The story is really good.
That makes a lot of sense.
It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King has been captured inside.
TCG, what is that abbreviation? What TCG? I'm not even gonna try.
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy,
Whoa.
who battled an opponent named the Ibis King.
Whoa.
During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes.
Oh no.
After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
I thought it was just gonna end like that. He possessed me. That's it.
Timaeus.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
No, she's asking about why her fucking body and face is plastered all over it.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
Oh my god, was he playing the game?
Well, I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now. I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation TCG until I've made enough progress in my research.
Good for you, man. I know, those midnight releases hit hard. You don't even want to go to school the next day. I feel it.
Well, that's unfortunate. Oh? Why's that? Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to appreciate his gift.
Well, that is very sweet. But again, should we talk about why your face is on the card and you didn't even know that? Like, there's a lot of legality issues that could very well, you know, be in your favor. You can make a little cash, a little more on the side.
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter.
If you want to play, then just say it.
Okay, fine. Paimon's curious and would like to give it a try. Please?
Why you say please like that? Yes. It's not like I'm holding you for fucking ransom.
Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, 'cause Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to point me in the direction of someone who does know, maybe like Lisa.
But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail.
Is it Diana? We've never been in the Cat's Tail, have we? Maybe I have. Was it during a... Was it during her hangout? I can't remember.
Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards, and they're very welcoming to new players.
Okay, cool. If this is not a part of the Archon quest and I've wasted all this time, I'm going to be pretty pissed.
Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Okay.
Understood. Traveler, Paimon, let's go to the Cat's Tail and try asking around.
Let's
To be honest,
maybe do it.
hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
It's kind of piqued my curiosity too, but again, right now I'm doing this for the Archon quest. So if this is not it, then you know, I'm gonna have to bail on you.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
Well, maybe let's get going. Hold on. Battlefield Dice, Cats, and Cards does not sound like an Archon quest. Alright, how was that cutscene? Was it good? I hope so. I hope it was super entertaining. Anyways, yeah, let's go to the Sanctuary of Sirasthana. Wow, that... having a lisp for that entire sentence is very painful. Oh. Short shorts? I don't think you're going to be just out and about.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Yeah, I'd rather read a story if I had to read anything, but yeah, okay.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Damn, I don't really understand any of those digs he just got him on, but damn, I felt it, you know?
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Well, I have a floating object to my left. She's pretty interesting, you know, like, not in, like, great ways, like, for her, she'd be pretty pissed about all the interesting things that I'd list, but they're interesting nonetheless.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Yeah, skip all the dramatization. Add some pictures. That'll help.
Did one of them just mention Tataris Suna?
What?
But that's all the way in Inazuma!
Did you got that out of all of that? And Yai was just here not too long ago, so it makes sense.
Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Still, let's go listen in. Yeah, let's eavesdrop on a random stranger's, you know... Yeah.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tataris Suna mystery is all about.
I mean, we can go ask. We don't have to, you know, stalk around. Inversion of Genesis. Hey, what are you talking about, guys? Wow, we were very far away.
All right, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler.
Oh.
From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
I'm trying to get information on you, though. Or what you're talking about. Looking for me.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Yeah, yeah. Why you do it like that? You know, like, Paimon's a dead giveaway. You know, there's only one of her.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Damn. I mean, at least he apologized, but damn, that's pretty mean, man.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking.
Honestly, you're doing pretty good. I mean, I guess it's just on him. I mean, that was pretty good.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either.
Okay, cool.
In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
You had me sweating for a second. You know, like I should have known something. So glad that, you know, that didn't happen. Unless we had to read it somewhere, which then I don't, I didn't learn it.
I see.
Sorry, I can't be helped this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
Well, I mean, I should have just gone straight into it, but you know who's technically very damn near immortal, who is immortal, who's from Inazuma, who probably knows? Short.
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
That's what I'm saying, man. I've told you, I'm like under the elementary level, you know? So I like pictures on every other page is probably, probably pretty good.
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Okay.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
I feel like I should know that, and that rings a bell. If we're talking about blades, is it something dealing with, like, Kazuha? Is it his family? Is that... Oh, God.
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
And I probably don't either.
Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono.
Kabuki mono.
This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Okay.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Is that the first British voice actor we've had?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Nice.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Ah.
Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Could it be? Sure.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yes. Could you refresh me on the name, please? Because it's, yeah.
Oh, the swordsmiths?
Ishin art. There we go.
Like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
Interesting.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall.
I do know.
I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
Well, if, you know, the one connecting it probably has, you know, 5-inch inseams on his shorts because, well, they're very short. So it's probably him that is connected to all this.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human, but a puppet.
What? Whoa, who would have thought? Oh my god. Whoa, oh god. I can't breathe. It's so shocking. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew.
A puppet?
A short shorts puppet. A puppet with short shorts on him. The Shogun puppet that Electro Archive made should be ruling Inazuma with her as well as we speak. It couldn't be her. The Kabukimono has to be the bad idea, but what was he doing 400 years ago when Tatara Suna, yeah.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut. Paimon, this is 7 months of food. That's you 7 months of food is depending on this. All right, you fuck up. You're starving for 7 months.
No. Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
Good, you get to keep on eating.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
How much? Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, yeah. Man. Okay, I'm gonna just read this while I'm editing. So I guess I'll just do like these. And then like these. You could pause or read it somewhere else, which is probably what you did. So, but I'll just do this just in case. Yeah. All right. Okay. Last one. Nice. Man, great read.
Please read my essay draft as well.
More to... I get... Oh, so what the... Okay. I'm so glad I didn't. Like, just, yeah. I'll just... yep. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, this is good info, though. That's why I will read it afterwards. I just do not feel like reading right now. And, yeah. Great read.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it.
You know, like, that was a lot to read. I would have read, honestly, I would have, both of them, had it not been that long. That was so long, and I just did not feel... Right now, I just don't feel like reading. My bad.
Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Yeah, that'll, you know, add value to the, you know, story I 100% read. Yeah.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Bye, man. That was pretty bad, but, you know, yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds more like a novel. Has this guy ever written an essay before?
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get.
Unless you talk to Short Shorts.
Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
Leave it to you guys.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
All right, my camera just, pooped out, so we're good. All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much. That's what he said. Okay. And we walk away. What were we, even doing here? Going to the...
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
I don't know.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
And just like that, he's just walking around. What's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked
Like Short Shorts. Just taking a stroll.
the balladeer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Let's go. Short Shorts, is it you? Follow the figure you just saw. Short Shorts, it couldn't. Cuckoo wouldn't just let you out like that, just like nothing. She probably would, knowing her. Cuckoo, were you possessing the... Nope, he's right there.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public.
I feel like she would know this, just,
Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey, what are you doing in the sanctuary of Suristana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Interesting. In Irminsul.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Nah, maybe just making you put on some joggers. I bet you'd be furious. It'd be like torture.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Former? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but
It seems as if the doctor had no
Damn.
intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really, what a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
No, I want to protect him.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
You know, they have a right, Tepe, he still died because of short shorts.
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
That's pretty cool.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you.
Oh, with days.
If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Cuckoo.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
Yeah, tag along.
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
I'm down.
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it.
Great. Thank you.
No problem.
Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Okay.
Wow.
We're
Looks
back.
pretty different here compared to last time.
Like,
The
was it...
colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Like, was our consciousness thrown in? He just walked away like he... Whatever. Hey, man. How's it going?
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Cuckoo sent me to babysit you. I love how she's, like, genuinely pissed at him.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
Paimon, you gotta up your shit-talking game.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
Alright.
I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
Well, being that he's... I don't even know how much older, but a lot. So, yeah, I think so.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going.
Let's do it.
Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Not me. Paimon? Probably, but not me.
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all the biting sarcasm. Focus on your job.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Oh.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined. I had no idea what to imagine, so...
Ooh.
Whoa!
Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
This looks sick.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Alright, man.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Yeah, put that jaw on the floor, Paimon. Do it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Honestly, though, his fit looks so dope. Like, I know they're going with the new look, which I think is mainly just different coloring, but it would be cool if you could alternate between. I guarantee you they're going to go with the new outfit and then be like, you can have the old outfit for $20.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Huh.
Stay close. Don't go running off.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hey, so, say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Evaporation.
What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Okay. Oh. Paimon, where'd you go? Where'd you... No. Oh, okay. God, this looks
sapling things
awesome.
are spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul.
The hell?
Be careful not to touch them.
Did I touch? I don't think I did. Location J, look like we've been transported to another path. Oh, so we're just teleporting. Okay. Are we just gonna Yep. Okay. Cool. And we're just.
The same in every direction.
This base is indeed unusual, but it seems like I don't have enough time.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
Oh, I think we're here.
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
I mean, seeing you up close, man. I really like your your player character design. Really sick.
What a huge tree!
It is the tree. I mean, it technically is. I don't know why I said it like that. It's the Irminsul tree. This is the center of Irminsul. All of the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role in the Fatui. God, my throat. Oh, God, it hurts. Oh. First Akudaba. I said that so wrong. First Akaba. And Sawada's stories. Now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
You sure? Nahida, is this telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Nah, kick her ass out.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I'm guessing you want us to disturb the Balladeer shorts.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, he seems to excel at doing jobs for others.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is this about the past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
No problem. Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I went into Hypatia, the Paradise Paradisii. You relate what you saw about short shorts.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Then spill it.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. least that's what they thought.
You telling the heat of the story. Oh, yeah.
Oh? How interesting.
Was it?
Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
I came up with the same conclusion.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Oh.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential, alright?
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Didn't Ahita tell you?
No, the two of you probably know a lot.
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard. With you is hard work, but your attitude is better than it does.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
Information on my brother?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Oh, he knows. Is it someone he cared about? Their name, Niwa, was the man in charge of the Tatarana. Plus, he belongs to the lineage of the Ishira.
Whoa!
We're getting thrown in! If we actually go into it, that'd be pretty... We're in it!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now.
Oh.
You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else.
I guess we're someone else.
Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, I'm trying to remember back to his cutscene. I thought it was a kid that he was with when the kid died. I thought that was a kid. Was it this person?
As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
It makes it seem like this dude's talking, but I haven't seen his mouth move once.
The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown. All passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
I should have read a lot of that stuff for context, because... anyways.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
Oof!
My good sir, what do you mean?
My good sir, do you mean I'm double-crossing you?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope, but that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Damn.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
I legit thought he was just gonna walk up to him and stab him.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
You walked up to him like you have a plan. If you somehow die in all this, I'm gonna be very confused.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
That wasn't effective enough. The eye twitching at like way prior to him, it didn't hit right.
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Looking from the look in your eyes, you guys look like you're about to kiss.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Is he gonna stab him finally?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
To stab him?
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You're an idiot. I told you, he had a knife. It was like, he was showing it off practically, like...
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for.
No, he's not. He's an idiot.
I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
It was the doctor?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Oh, damn. So maybe this is the dude who dies. And he thought it was... Wow, it was the doctor this entire time, and he's probably learning that for the first time. Damn.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
This is interesting. I mean, this is the catalyst of getting Short Shorts on our side. Is just like, hey, we want to kill the doc. Hey, me too now, since he was the one who betrayed me originally, so...
If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
Damn.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise.
See, like, this is just another thing to list. Like, I know people, like, it's already talked about that Saritsa is trying to do something that's, you know, possibly beneficial towards, like, taking down Celestia, whatever the hell that is. No matter if their cause is, like, good-hearted, they've killed so many people, so it's very hard to be like, yeah, okay, I get it, yeah, cool, I'll be on your side now.
My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
And tell him.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa. Already dead. What a pity.
Damn. I wonder if that is the person that he saw then when he walks in. It has to be. But it looked like I'm remembering a kid. Oh, and you're still wearing the same one? So are you technically the selfish one?
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
What are you gonna do with that information, Short Shorts? Yep, you're pretty pissed.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
That's tough.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
I'm afraid so. He was the one behind the Tatarisuna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
No, it's tough. To become all evil and do so many horrible things all because of a misunderstanding. God, that's tough. But I mean, it was meant for that because that was the doctor's plan. This betrayal was a lie that he was believed for hundreds of years. This was all part of the Doc's experiment. That crazy. If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I mean, it's fair.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Because he literally became his, like, fucking partner, pretty much.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday.
How is this difficult to understand? It's so obvious.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke.
Damn.
The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Damn, so he didn't even take his heart. That sucks.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind the decision to take revenge on the Raden Gokuden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision. I mean, shit. If you're put in that position, Lumine, you're probably gonna kill 7 universes, alright? I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Hey man, you need a little bit more time, or just... I mean, we could just... Hey man. A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
His smile.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Okay.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
That's not expected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Really? For me?
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria.
Conria.
Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Ah.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Interesting. Well, I wonder if the curse took place on him too. Because technically, Great Dane also has the curse. Like all the, you know, monsters and shit. But his is a bit different. So maybe her brother has a curse. And that curse is what created or made him now implanted in this universe. I don't know. We'll see.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
The Jester? Another Fatui, haven't you?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
His fucking smile.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
We gonna fight, or what's happening?
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
That's a little forward, man. Can we go to dinner first? Shock.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Shaq. Wait, why do you ask that? Why do you think?
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Wait, then look. Did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rugudavada. Oh, I mean, I guess it can. Wait a second. I didn't think about that. Holy shit. You can technically change the past. Whoa. That's okay. Wow. That's... See, I always feel like that's a cop-out, though. If they try to take that route. I mean, it's gonna end up in a happy ending if they use it, so I'm kind of cool with that, but I always feel like it's kind of a cop-out. But it is true. Oh, I think by...
So long.
I didn't...
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Well, she didn't technically tell... Guys, you left me again! Whatever. I mean, technically, because she didn't tell him about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, technically, I guess Irminsul isn't in danger, so it should be fine. Paimon, we have this happen.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Hey, why is that? Okay.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Oh, is he erasing himself from the past? Oh no, man, don't do that.
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Oh, that's a good play, man.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
So I wonder if the short shorts we get to play as is this one, or maybe it's a newer version, which I don't think so. I think we're going to save him and then we'll see.
Balladeer! Balladeer!
Short shorts.
Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
How the hell are we going to do that? Cuckoo? You guys didn't go that far. I mean, I'm assuming we need to jump into...
No, he's really gone.
Dude, if we jump into a memory and jump to the past, that's going to be so cool.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hey, what's good?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
That was short shorts.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
You tell her everything. Thank you. That's good. That's good.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Oh my god, hold on. I'm trying to think. No, because technically the way, I guess, time works, because all the stuff that's with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata now is all been changed. But I feel like, because with some things and how they do them with, you know, movies or games related to time, you like, you're established with like small lines and things that you don't understand until you understand that it's all because they went back in time. So like, God, this is gonna be long, but yeah, like for instance, like imagine like Yai, right? Like said something to you when we first meet her, and we're like, that's kind of weird. That makes no sense. Like she says something like she knew me, and it's like, what? I'm just meeting you now. But then say we go back in time now and say we met, you know, Yai 500 years ago, and this is why, and we don't get to learn that until now, but Yai has kept it hidden that she's known us this entire time. That'd be wild if that's how it is, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, if we go to Inazuma right now and we, you know, if we meet Yai or you know, I'm just not even gonna try and think about that.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it.
Just throw me into the past.
We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
I mean, I would like to go to the past. Oh, this is
We're
not...
out. And we're at, an inn or something?
Yeah?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
Nah, I want to help.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
Alright, quest over. Nice.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Okay.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
He's gonna kill him. He's gonna sacrifice himself so that everyone else lives. Mama doesn't remember Great Lord Rukudabata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain it to full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part of Great Lord Rukudabata for now and focus on Shortyots. You tell Paimon, wait, maybe he knows.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible.
He's technically not a human. So I wonder if he knows everything. It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history.
Huh?
God damn it, Paimon, that was 7,000 trillion more. I went from 7,000. I don't even think you could. That's not even how you possibly. A lot of more. It was a lot of more. Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally. It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe?
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him.
Just go to sleep. You need to sleep.
There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Technically. Indeed, if the Balladeer doesn't raise himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine what the situation will look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden Gokunin. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayado. Will this mean that they'll disappear? I know.
There's nothing
That's
we
crazy.
can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
Dots, baby.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here.
Sure, whatever gets you to sleep.
Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake.
I like the pancakes.
And Dragon chili chicken.
We're gonna-
Almond tofu. Satisfying salad.
It's great. I like, yeah, good foods.
Also, Adeptus Temptation.
Gee-
Golden shrimp balls.
Okay, all of them?
Layered consomme.
Holy shit.
Lotus seed and bird egg soup. And
Go to sleep. Or we went back and passed. Did we just fall? Did time just fly by? What happened? Paimon, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now?
Was that time, or was that the past changing?
Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation of the balladeer that you started listing food.
The balladeer?
Oh no, he did it!
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name, though.
He did it! Oh shit! Baba doesn't remember the shorts. That must mean he actually pulled it off. Oh. The Wanderer. Maybe that's what he just did. He was just like, you know what? Let's just not do this. So, okay, he didn't have to kill himself. He just had to probably just, I don't know, do something and then just become a wanderer. That would make sense. But what does that change?
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
No. His nickname is Short Shorts. Dots. Is this really happening? I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to explain. Let's get over there first. Man, this is a perfect time to end it, but I really want to just quickly see if there's anything that's changed. So let's just quickly go talk to Aminoma Toga. I mean, everything looks good so far. I mean, I didn't think they would change everything.
We've made it to Aminoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokuden.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Aminoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju.
I kind of forgot how the original thing went, so I might not understand exactly what changed.
The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions.
Okay.
Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Aminoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
So maybe they're going to have it to where nothing changes.
Oh, yeah, we were. Paimon remembers that now. They learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
Well, it was short, so...
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaede Harakazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
Okay.
The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster.
Okay.
Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan.
Interesting.
Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out.
I'm assuming the swordsmith is short shorts?
The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery.
Damn. This does not sound like it was better. I mean, I guess a lot of people did live, but...
Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day.
Damn.
I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. It looked like the melody did something to Nermiso, but it seems Niwa still died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
Are they gonna be best friends? Him in short shorts. Phew, so he still exists. That's the same Kazuha I know. The things don't seem as bad as I feared last time. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon.
Well, yeah, okay.
On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
Alright, I'll, you know, go to the Yashiro Commission in the next part. But yeah, that is going to go ahead and do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and sub to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.